Hey guys, welcome back to a fun episode. Welcome back to the channel. I am hosting my baby sister, and you're going to get to know us. I think this is the year when you guys get to meet my family and come in a bit closer and get to know Daisy Sunshine a bit more. So my sister and I are going to be answering some stories, some questions, and you'll be getting to know us a bit better. Some people say we look alike. We don't believe it. Do we? I don't think so. If you are new here, please remember to subscribe and join the Daisy Sunshine family. We have a lot of fun here. We learn about marriage, parenting, family, and a godly lifestyle. And if you are returning, please share this video, like it, so that YouTube can suggest it to more people and we can spread the sunshine further. Welcome to the channel, Paliti.
Thank you.
She has so many nicknames, but her government name.
By the way, yeah.
Your government names are Denise, Pearl, Agasha, aka Palito, Palili,
Paligash,
Pafato,
Ashal,
Oreo,
Shaquinta, Buji.
Buji. Kelly. Who was Kelly?
You even had a mattress.
You will know. You will get to know. Do you want to greet my people?
Hi, Sunnies. I'm happy to be here. As you've heard, my name is Pearl Denise Agasha. The Denise name shocks me as well, but yeah, that's my name.
Correct. So let's get into it. What is your funniest childhood memory?
That's to be one.
Either about me or you. It can be more than one.
I remember this one time where we had a fence. Back in the day, the Christmas trees were the natural ones.
They were used for fences.
Yeah, so we had a fence that could be used for Christmas trees. The clever children that we were, ring-led by my brother, we sold, like we had people come and chop parts of the fence, and we sold, I think for like 1K or 2K to buy chicken.
Roast chicken.
To buy chicken. I don't think even our parents ever found out. Hi mom, hi dad. We sold your fence.
And we ate chicken.
Yeah. Then the other memory was the days of Sunset Beach before we met the Lord. Side eye. And we used to go to the neighbor's house to watch TV.
Because we're not allowed to watch
we're not
Sunset
allowed
Beach.
to watch TV and Sunset Beach. And I think when the TV was locked.
Until they would come back, yeah.
Yeah, so we went to the neighbors to watch Sunset Beach. And we'd always come and the maid has locked us out. So we are there knocking. Meanwhile, we are adjusting ourselves what we had watched. And we were too young to be watching that. Oh, Lord. Yeah, so just those memories, going to the neighbors, putting on your best behavior just so that you can watch their TV. Yeah, any memories for
For
you?
me, the one I have was you being mean to me.
Gee.
Yeah. There was a time, I think there was a guest who came. And I think because you were the youngest, they gave you some money. So he said, I'm going to buy sweets. The shop wasn't so far away from our gate. So she's younger than me. So she asked me to push her to the shop. I'm like, are you going to give me some? She's like, yes, I'm going to give you. Like, Kawa, let's go. I push her. We come back. She turned.
Real sweet.
As soon as we entered the gate, she was like, I don't need you anymore. I was like, give me some. She's like, no. So, Madame sat at the stairs, started eating one. I think there were like 6 sweets.
Those ball gums that had like sugar in the middle.
But
It was a tangy. No, there were those ball gums and they had that tangy brown thing in the middle. Yeah.
She sat. I kept begging. She's like, no, put the first one. Somehow, I don't know what happened to your body. I just kept swallowing all of them by mistake. Imagine she swallowed all 6 by mistake. So she didn't even enjoy them.
But you've never forgotten. I should make it up to you.
I think it hurt me. I think it really hurt me. Like, how can you make me?
I should make it up to you and buy you candy. Oh dear.
Another memory was, so if you watch the Mother's Day episode, my mom shared about us going to boarding school. I was in P7 and she was in P5. So I was the responsible one.
Come on.
Very responsible girl. I was not ready to be in boarding school, so I was having a hard time adjusting. But my sister made friends so quickly.
Finished all
her grab.
Kept other people's
She was keeping someone's grab. So I think somehow she would keep picking one biscuit at a time.
You know those milk and honey biscuits? You would put your hand and like there are many. You're like, I don't get that. Until one day you put your hand and the box is empty.
So she had eaten these 6 grab
biscuits.
They were done. So she came to me, Daisy, I've eaten my friend's biscuits.
No one demanding me. I want
I need to pay. I gave her my biscuits and she went and
I paid them back, but I learned a hard lesson. Don't touch what is not yours.
Yeah, those are some of the memories I have. The story of how I got my second piercing on my ear. Yeah, I have 2 holes on each ear. So I think I was 17 at the time. We went to the salon. We were just supposed to work on our hair.
I think you were hot combing your hair.
I was combing my hair.
Either washing or cutting. I think I had even escorted you. I was doing that.
Perhaps. And they were still working on my hair. And Madame over here is like, Daisy.
I saw them pricking a child's ears. I was like, that's interesting.
Let's do it. It's a sister thing we can do. You guys, tell me why we're just there with no consent from our parents. Put our ears.
No, I remember you said if I allowed to prick my ears, you would.
Yeah, so you pricked.
I pricked first and then I didn't cry.
Yeah, so when they pricked my first one, I remember this was the first one. I wanted to just stop. I was like, you know what? I can just do it 3 holes overall. I don't need another one. But anyway, she encouraged me. We did. So that's the sisterly thing.
And then we're like, hi, Mom, we need cotton and spirits. She's like, what have you done?
She shall tell you. Yeah. So those are some of the memories I have. Okay, now nicknames. Tell me mine that you remember and I'll tell you yours.
I remember you were always like a flower. Like for some reason, all my aunties, especially Dad's sister, Auntie Christine, she kept saying, oh, a flower. Then you were a kishchika daddy. That means daddy's girl. Like, check, you were like held like a glass. Then you had a season where you were called Nelly or Kelly. Thank God you met Jesus, because there was a time when there was Nelly and Kelly, that duo. So you were that chick. Was she Kelly?
Kelly.
I think Kelly. This chick put my dad through all the trouble of labeling all her things, mattress, suitcase, everything was labeled Kelly. Books, Kelly. Like, who is Kelly? Like, who is Kelly?
I got my fears.
I wasn't. I didn't have any.
You also
I had the ones my friends had given me. A shawl.
Shaquinta. What does that season you chick?
Yeah, I was Shaquinta.
When I was Kelly, you were Shaquinta also.
I think I was Shaquinta. I was Shaquinta, yes. Yeah, I was Shaquinta. I don't even know where you're from.
My other nickname?
Those are the ones I remember. Yeah.
Yours? Shaquinta, Ashal, Palito, Palili, Oreo, Buji,
Kalito.
Chitwechiguma.
You have to. That one. Shout out to my brother. He baptized me.
Yeah. Chitwechiguma, if you know, you know. Yeah. It was both literal and figurative. Palito had a big head.
Like, I had no hair, so they would
headed.
chop my hair, and I had like an actual big head, and like my brother would keep hitting like this. But then also I was big-headed.
Yeah.
So it means hard head.
So what are our differences?
You are more confrontational than I am. Like, if you have an issue with someone, or if you have something that you think needs to be discussed, you won't be afraid to table it and discuss it. Me, on the other hand, I'll dilly-dally. I'll talk myself through it. I'll try to find a solution, like, without having to talk about it. Yeah. And then, let me see. What else? You say things as they are, like not in a rude way, but like you don't sugarcoat. Like if someone needs a tough love, or if you're thinking something, like you put it on the table there. While me, I'm like, so you see, like you're just going around it, and in bushes where you'll say it as it is and be like, yeah, this is what it is. This is the elephant in the room. Let's discuss it. Yeah. Then the other thing, I think you're more confident. Like, you wear your heart on your sleeves. Like, you're not afraid. Like, if you actually, the word is not confident, you're a go-getter. Like, if you want something, head on. Like, nothing can stop you. Nothing and no one can stop you. Like, you'll be like, I'm going for this, and I'm chasing after it. Yeah. I think that's what I can think of off the top of my head.
For me, our differences, I think you're not risk averse per se, but you will assess. Yeah, you're a hustler. Like,
actually, I'm a hustler.
Something, she will, let's roll up our sleeves and get to
like
it.
If we can't find a way out.
If it's not coming in, it's kawa. What do I need to do to make it happen? Like, you don't fear the hard life.
Like if I
okay,
can't
there's
afford
no
the
water,
plane
can I carry
ticket,
a bucket on my head?
if I can't afford the plane ticket, perhaps I could take a 2-day bus, or I can go camping instead of paying the accommodation.
That's true. For you,
then I did all your downtown errands because madam cannot go down.
I can go. It's just,
Do you know that
I don't enjoy it. I don't enjoy it. Yeah. And then I think another thing is that you really love all kids, especially like the preteens, teenagers.
Yeah.
I
used to wonder why
for
when I was growing up. I used to wonder why.
child. For me, yeah, we'll talk what and we're done, but Palito will be there.
I have little friends.
Up to this day, in her big age, she'll sit down with the teenagers and have proper conversations. And I think you are seriously called to minister to children.
That's true, specifically that age group. Because I used to wonder, I remember when I was young, I used to watch a lot of those Sunday school choirs and whatnot. And you would find it confusing. I was like, yeah, this I know like, this one. And they don't even know me. Like, I used to watch, I think, was it Proclaim?
Yeah.
And follow them. And I knew the schools they were. Like, they don't even know me. I'm just like, oh my God, they've grown. Oh my God. She's like, wait, what? That's true.
Yeah, I think another difference is you like writing. I used to enjoy writing. There was a season where I used to enjoy writing.
I even had
but
a
I would
blog.
like write poems. I would write like from my heart. But Palito will write to you. She will write
Later.
to herself. She will write
to anyone.
To anyone. She has like 3 groups on her WhatsApp that are just for her
to
keep
write
notes.
And
this
process.
one is for work. This one is for my personal. This one is for. I'm just like, why are you writing all these things?
And then my journals, I had like a whole chain when I was
to this day. She has 1,000 journals. She has journals from her teenage ages. So she goes back and she's like, oh my God, this is what I was thinking when I was 11.
Yeah. It's nice to go back in time, like to write and revisit. I think I should actually write your kids later, or
please
write
do.
Them notes in a journal. So
please do.
Because I have the time and the will.
Please do. I think you're so good at it.
Yeah.
And what things do we have in common? Things that we have in common. We both love perfume. Like we are the kinds that would rather have more than one perfume.
That's true. The only difference is in how we use them. If you hold your perfumes with care, this one is for me. I'm just like, let's shower it. We got it. We shall get another shower. Well, for you, they're like, this one's for this occasion. Me, I'm just like, I got this one. I'll get 2 more. Let me smell nice. The whole world needs to know.
Yeah, we love perfume. Mm-hmm.
And then I think we both fear insects. Specifically cockroaches.
We fear, yeah.
I think cockroaches, rats, like anything. You just like stand on the chair when we were younger. When anything would fly around, you just stand on the chair and just shout, Daddy! To this day, I'm just like, Lord, I pray my future husband can kill insects because how am I going to do this? Yeah.
Yeah. I think another similarity we have.
Our faces. Apparently, people say we look alike. Do we though? I think people say we have it in common, but
we've never seen it. Like, there's a time we stood in the mirror and looked at each other like.
Maybe when I give birth and my kids look like your kids.
Perhaps.
Maybe.
I think another similarity is that we love people. Like once we let you in,
like the whole family will be involved.
Everyone will know about you. My father will know. Like we love you completely.
Yeah.
And I think that's something we've picked from our parents.
That's true.
Yeah.
But also when we hurt deeply.
Oh my
Especially me, I can't even fail to eat. But yeah.
Yeah, that's so true. Like we feel our feelings.
Like you feel deeply. If I'm going to love you, I'm going to love you with my entire heart. And also when you hurt me, like it's going to crumble to the last piece. Yeah, that's true. But you're the more mushy
I'm more emotional, but yeah, I think that. Do you have another similarity?
That's what I can think. I think we love to look nice.
Yeah, we do. We love to look nice.
Dress well, sometimes on a budget, but still. Look nice, show up and look nice. Like you'd rather be overdressed than underdressed. Like wear the heels and reach there. If people are in flats, you're like, okay, let me wear my flats.
And you know where we got that from?
Mother dearest.
Mother dearest.
She will show up and
like, I'd rather be the smartest in the room. Yeah. So if you're new here, then you don't know that I have a brother. We have an older brother.
Yeah.
Then I'm the middle child, and then my baby sister.
I'm a baby.
Yeah. So who do you think is the favorite child?
All of us. I think if we ask this question to our parents, they'd say all of us because they treated us equally. But if we are really, really, really forced to choose, it is you.
Really? No.
Your chick. I feel like everything Daisy wants, she gets with ease, without bargaining. Let me give an example. When we go for shopping, boarding school, me, I'd be there and I'm like, I don't need to take like this fancy box of, rather, there was that tin
The
of
biscuits, manji, House of Manji.
Yeah. And you look at it, it's 100,000. So mommy's like, but it's expensive. But I'm like, it's okay. Let me take milk and honey. It's 35. This is like, it's the one I want. You're like, but no money. Then when you're not looking, she puts it in. My mom's like, it's okay. Like this chick always got whatever she wanted. Like to this day, I feel like that's why I said you're a go-getter. Like, this is my standard. You either reach it. I'm having this
The
or
Bible
this.
says, ask and you
Like
shall
I'm either having
receive.
this or this. So I'm like, maybe I didn't get what I wanted because I was willing to like tone it
Compromise.
down. I'm like, if I could turn back the hands of time, do you know the grab I would be taking?
Now you know better.
Because you'd take, I think, needle, then you'd be like, let me take a box of milk. This is like, I want this, and this is what I want. So I feel like if they were to choose a favorite, I think it's you because of that. Like, you'd always get what
I
you
think it's
always
just because
had
I
your way.
stood up for myself, maybe.
Even us, we tried, but it was more easier to tone us down. So yeah, I think it would be you.
Yeah. I also don't think there's a favorite child.
Yeah.
I don't think so. Our parents treated us and still do treat us the same way. They try to make sure everyone is involved. Everyone
has
is
a
in
fair
the know.
discussion.
Everyone has a fair say. It's so cool. I don't think I'm the favorite child.
You are. If we are
I'm
to
just
choose,
a child who
knew what they want.
I
Yeah,
know
but
who
like
I
if
am.
they're squeezed to the wall, like choose one child today or you die or something, they'll be like, okay, Daisy. Madame Bougie.
Okay, so what was our relationship like as kids versus now as adults?
Do you guys have the whole day? You can't stay here. As children, my God, we would fight. I would fight. Let me say it that. Rephrase, rewind.
You
I
were
would
the
fight.
bane of my existence.
I think if you ever get to therapy, I may come up. I would beat this chick. Like, I'm the youngest, but I would beat her. Then she had hair, and for some reason, I hated hair. So every time she would piss me off, I'd pull her braids, scratch her face. Then I would struggle with homework. For some reason, school was a hassle. So I'd struggle with homework. She has finished all her homework. They used to give us card work, all the subjects. You have like 20 numbers. She's there, she's chilling, she's done. So I would tear her work. And then and then maybe you'd be there, like, let me help you. I'm like, why are you nice? So as a child, I was a fighter. Do you want to first share your child memories and we do that?
We fought a lot. I remember there was a time, I don't know what you did.
I was the catalyst though.
A little, I feel like you were just coming for me. Like you tell us, you're trying to be nice to her. Can I help you do that? I don't need your help.
Attitude, like I
know what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like, can I help? I'm just trying. I'm seeing that you're struggling.
I don't need.
With that attitude.
You guys, the Lord delivered me. I'm a changed person. If you know me, my friends know I'm different. But yeah, I think God used you to groom me, to bring all that filth out of me.
She was those who had kids.
Oh my God. Every time my parents came home, like the one time she would beat me, I would keep my blood. You know, I keep the blood for it to dry. And I'm like, Mommy,
even
Daisy
if
did this.
blood
But when
was
you
not
trace
even
back,
caused
I was the one who started that.
She probably fell. Then she came and we were fighting. And she was like, So once she hears Dad and Mom are back, that's crazy.
I'm the one who started that fight.
And now as adults,
I feel like now as adults, we are closer, we are more friendly, like we talk things out. I don't even have the right to be, like I can't be there and I'm like, I'm going to beat my sister. I feel like as we've grown older, we've learned to accommodate each other's personalities, and it has helped us know how to show up for each other, which has made us friends. So it's better. But I feel like that was training ground, especially for me.
You needed it, but imagine it was
because
me
as an
that
adult,
suffered.
I don't know what I would be like. So
yeah. I think now as adults we are friends. yes, we are sisters, but we are also friends. We can talk about anything and everything.
Have like a 2-hour call and you're like,
At the
wait,
time,
what?
like there was like no particular agenda for the call, but we were just on the phone
Talking
for 2
about
hours
anything and everything.
at night. It was time to sleep.
Till like midnight, you're like, okay, now help me choose what to wear. Okay, now this is what I'm doing. I'm eating. I'm about what? Like random things. Like we could have even, I think, talked about climate change. Which I think is now something that we have. Like we can easily talk about anything and everything. I think as a child, I was more closed in. Like I talk to my journal, talk to my friends. Like I would rather go to my friends than to my sister.
Oh my God, you would talk to your friends. Remember there was a time, do you want me to share this story?
But still,
when I couldn't.
Yeah, you guys, this story you share.
There's a time Palito went to church, I think for a fellowship. It was long done, so we expected her to be home.
No, fellowship was, first of all, those days we were not allowed to like galavant. So I was like,
we're not allowed to stay out, I think, past 6.
But me, I removed that rule of curfew. I was like, because we're not allowed to move around. So when we'd go for fellowship, and imagine I would not even be going anywhere serious. Like I'm just chilling with my friends. We are jazzing. Probably we've gone like to Fidodido to eat chips. And I'm like, since I'm going to, because there's jam. We stay in Bulgaria. There's jam, no matter how early you try. So I'm like, I'm going to get late. And they'll still quarrel at me. So they would rather quarrel at me with a good reason of, at least I ate chips, you're here quarreling. I'm like, oh, the chips one night. So that's how curfew left. So this one time, I leave and go for fellowship. My phone blacks out. I'm like, let me go eat chips with my friend. I think it was Joan. I don't remember who. We went and we were chilling. I went to the park like at 8 p.m. You know, I'm on my way to Boyos. My phone is off. My life is good.
I couldn't reach her. So
you guys are just like for 1 hour.
Being who I am, if you know me, if you're close to me, you know that I want to know, like, at least let me know where you are and know that you
can
are
want
safe.
to know with who sent
like,
me.
So much so that like these days I'm married, I'll walk into the bedroom. Maybe I'm expecting Mark to be there. Then he's not there. He's not in the bathroom. He's not. I'm like, God, has my husband ruptured? There's a time I told him, babe, like when I can't find you, I feel like you're ruptured. So anyway, I can't find her. I keep trying the phone. So I start calling her friends. I called, like, are you with Palito? Like, no, we left Palito like 2 hours ago. I'm like,
fellowship ended at 5.
She's not home.
But it was just
I call other people. Palito got home, charged her phone. Of course, she got home very late. Must have been like 9 or even coming to 10. Because it was charged her phone. Everyone is calling her because I had called. You guys, this chick had filed a missing person. Like the whole All Saints WhatsApp group was looking for me. Yeah. Let me try calling. Let me ask who she slept with. Who? I was just like, meanwhile, I am big on communication. What do you mean? Like, what do you mean? I was just gone for a few hours. The whole world is looking for me. I was mad. Then my mom was like, no, she meant well. She was trying to reach us like, you have no right to look for me. Well, she's not even an adult. I'm just like, I was like over 15, I think, 15 or 14. Yeah. For me, communication means a lot to me. Like, at least let us know where you are. Tell me, okay, I'm with this friend. I'm going to be here. My phone is about to black out, but I'm going to, at least let us know. As an adult, I've learned that and I understand it. Like, you'd rather tell me I'm going to come after 2 days, but this is where I'm then. Keep me guessing. You will find yourself on a billboard missing. I need to find my sister. That's true. What is one thing you wish you could tell me? You start. One thing I wish I could tell you is that you have one of the biggest, kindest hearts. And I don't know if you know that. Like, you are, like, I don't know how big your heart is. You accommodate people. Sometimes someone will even hurt you, but you will try to find, like, maybe this is why they did that. Like, you'll try to find a reason. You don't write off people. You have such a big heart. You forgive so easily. Sometimes you might have a hard time saying sorry, but you will show it in your actions, or you'll buy someone something to say sorry, to apologize. Because I'm not confrontational, so I'm like, no, if I say sorry, they're going to say sorry for what? And I have to explain. Yeah, you have such a big, big, kind heart, and I pray that the world never changes that or breaks that. Yeah. I'm crying in my heart, guys. I'm not a crier, but I feel it deep down. One thing I would tell you is you are, what's the word I'm looking for? You
you know what you want. Like when you know what you want, you don't give up on it. For me, I may know what I want, but I'm willing to settle for, I don't say to settle for less, but I can take the next best option. If you know what you want, if Daisy has made up her mind, it's A or it's A or it's A. So you have that go-getter spirit. So when I see you sometimes saying, oh, I went through this, I was struggling with confidence, I'm like, you chick, you're like the most confident person I know. Like, what do you mean? You are the most confident person I know. Flaws or whatever, you just wear your heart on your sleeve. You're like, I'm showing up and I'm showing up as my best version, whatever that looks like for you in that season. So I pray that you never forget that. The second one, this one is personal. Allow me to grow. This chick, to this day, she calls me, my hiker baby, hiker baby. Like, so sometimes I feel like the choices and decisions that I make, you struggle with them because you're like, this is like my child or whatever. And yet, like, I'm your child that is growing. So I know that many times you mean well because I would trust your heart, like in a heartbeat, more than anything. Like, I don't think you would put me there to be burnt by fire. So many times I know that you mean well, but you're like you're walking, but walk like this. Like, put the foot here. I'm like, can I just walk? I think I've even seen it with the kids. Like when they're trying to walk, your husband's like, leave him. No, he's going to fall. He's like, you're just like allow them to grow. I feel like because also you love wholeheartedly, you want to shield everything that you love, which is a good thing, like to protect what you love. But sometimes your fence may like allow the person to be within your fence, but also like maybe touch the barbed wire on the fence to prick them. Yeah.
Wow. I've just thought of this question. How was it like growing up with us having an older brother?
The best thing ever. Guys, as a child, I don't think my sister and I were friends. We became friends as an adult. My brother was my gang. He would come home from school. He's teaching me that the latest dance moves. You're uninterested because you were in Gayaza. You're interested in the choir, in hymns. No offense, but I was just like, girl, please, leave a little. So my brother would come home, teach me all these dances. I felt like I had this friend I could count on and confide in and just run to and be like, my brother has got my back. Not that you didn't have my back, but it just felt like...
It's different.
Yeah, having that manly figure, as if I feel like I would go out there and I'm like, but do you know that my brother can't do this to you? So it's so nice. Like, it's so nice. Like, I have a sister, I have a brother, so the best of both worlds. But growing up with my brother, I feel like my brother would protect me. And like, even when I'm the one in wrong, he would come. Oh my God, he would also tease us, like.
Yeah, but even the times in your fighting era, you would be trying to fight him, and
then
he
he comes and
you
he
back
holds me like he's so strong.
swinging her hands
let me beat her. Let me finish her. He's like, with one hand, he's like, chick, I'm protecting you because you're going to go there, they beat you thoroughly. So it was and it is amazing because I feel like I have a protector as if.
I think it's one of the best gifts, having a big brother. I remember there's an incident in, I think, S2. There's a guy who did something.
Oh yeah.
Edgar has, when God told Lot and his wife to walk and not look back? Edgar walked and has never looked back. Like he said, you cannot do that to my sister. Done. And that person was his friend. So I know that in our big brother, like, he will always protect. If we call him at 3 a.m. and maybe you're stuck even in some other district, he's going to get in the car and come.
Or at least send a chopper if he can. Send you help. Like that assurance of like he has your back, which is so nice.
Yeah, it's so nice. And I think he was like our deputy parent in a way, but like the cool parent.
The cool one. Yeah. For example, there's this story. There's a time we used to go swimming. We had gone to KK. In Tinder. We went swimming. And then he told us the transport was lost. So we are there, we are walking. So
we still live in Bukoto.
In Bukoto. So we are walking. Then
from
we reach
Tinder
there.
To Bukoto, we're walking.
We reach there and somehow, magically, he has some money in his pocket. He's like, let's buy chicken. So he made us walk because I think he knew we would complain. But he had the money. So we reached there and we used the transport money to buy chicken. Like, have a good life. Like, why are you boarding our taxi? Walk, be healthy, then eat some chicken. To this day, my brother loves chicken. Oh, that was so hilarious.
Yeah. Maybe one day we shall also bring him here and you'll get to see him. Okay. So I think one of the biggest transitions that we had in our family was when I got married. Because it has always been the five of us. Then now I'm getting married and someone else is coming in and I'm not going to be home. How do you feel?
First of all, before even how did I feel, I always knew of all of us. Like, even if you woke me up at 3 a.m., who is getting married first? Daisy Sunshine. Like, for some reason, it's like you were born and created to be a mother, to be a wife. Like, this chick in S3 even would be even S3 is fine. Like, we're young. So every time we didn't have help at home, somehow she takes it upon herself to cook for everyone. And no one, we are watching TV, we're no urgents, we're like, we'll eat cereal, we'll eat bread. This is like, no, let me figure out how they cook rice. Like, even though she didn't know how to do it, she's like, let me figure it out. This chick baked her first cake in a saucepan. She's like, let me figure out how to bake. So I knew without a shadow of a doubt that you'd be the first person to get married. So it was exciting to see that come to life. But then it was also bittersweet. Like, I had grown up like following. You go to this school, are you Daisy's sister? Yes. Like, I would go to places easily because Daisy had gone ahead of me. And I guess that's why God allowed you to get married before to walk the path ahead of us. But then I think when it hit me was when they proposed to you. I was excited. I was like, oh my gosh, what one? Another big brother. But then I was like, oh, so my sister is leaving. I remember that week, those last 2 weeks
To the
of
wedding.
preparing your function. I would spend my entire nights in your room, would be watching movies, we're eating candy. Like, I was like, and then I was in a hurry to bond and make memories because I'm like, this chick is leaving. Yeah. And then for your traditional functions, I kept telling my mom, by the days it's not coming back. Like, I was consoling her, but I think deep down I was consoling myself.
Pep talking.
I'm like, she's not coming back. You're like, oh, we'll be fine. Then the wedding, I hugged you and I was like, bye. I'm like, what? I'm not going on with my sister. This is so real. It was crazy knowing that I was leaving behind, but I knew I had left you in a safe place and a happy place. I was like, oh, she's going to start her life. We went into the house. It was empty. I was just like, because my brother had moved out. He used to study up country. So it had always just been the two of us. But then I was excited to take over your room. I was excited to take over your room. I was like, oh, I miss her. She'll be okay. But I think also mom and dad had a hard time adjusting the first week. I remember they used to drop you to work. So this one time they thought you were in the car. They drove all the way to where they used to drop you. They're like, hey, she's not in the car. So it took a while to adjust, but we were happy for you. And it wasn't a shocker that you got married young. Like, it's like you took the day they gave birth to you, they're like, she will be a wife. Like, you were in such a hurry to get married, which was a good thing because I feel like you were called to it.
And I think because also our family is very close knit, like we are very close. This one gets a win, it's shared on the family group. This one, like,
Even if it's a loss, a win or loss,
small
we feel
thing.
it together.
Like, yeah, so I feel like that whole first year I was real living. I was trying to live, but
one leg at home.
yeah. It was not easy. But it was good that I was getting into another good family.
Closely knit as
And
well.
it's not like our parents said, oh, we're done. Like,
You know,
they
those
still
things
stayed
of
in
the
our
ATS
lives.
where they burn your bed. Your bed has been burnt, don't come
My
back.
bed is still there. When we get back, that's the bed we slept on when we went back home after giving birth. So I loved that season. It was a bittersweet. Like, if you're getting married, and I think you feel like I'm going to miss home, I think that's a good sign. It's a good sign of you've loved how you were raised, you've loved the family that you've grown up in.
But then also we were told not to visit you for a year, so I'd be like, oh, how is she? Where do I go?
But then
Where do I
randomly,
go?
daddy and mommy would call, hello Daisy, we're around the area, we have some things for you. They bring us shopping, just like that, or they send a bike man to deliver shopping. So yeah. How did you feel when I was pregnant and in labor with our first child?
First of all, when you were pregnant, I was like, oh, this is exciting. We're going to have another like little person to look after. I'd always admired. Because I'm the last born, I had not experienced like a baby. Like, what do they even do with a child? So I was looking forward to that. And then when I heard you were in labor, I was like, okay, how long does this take? Because it happened. I think you went into labor the night before. This is for your first, for baby E.
Little E.
So I was like, I woke up in the morning, she was not delivered. I'm like, for how long? So I didn't want to be in my thoughts, in my feelings. I was like, let me go to Java's. I went to eat and chill to just.
As in Nakasera screaming, my sister was in Java's.
In my defense, I was protecting myself, celebrating.
She said, I came to the lounge. I heard you screaming once.
Actually, that's what happened.
Contractions, and
I came to the lounge. I found our parents there and also Edgar, and then Mom one,
Mark's brother.
Yeah. And everyone is there. We are praying. It felt like we are at war. Then I just see some loud scream. I don't know if it was you or if it was
me. I was all screaming.
I was like, guys, bro, bye. Because I got cramps. I was like, oh, I'll come back. You let me know. I have a friend to meet. I went ciao with my friend.
I think you owe me Jamas, Polito.
Then your maid of honor cousin Pidra. She texts him. She's like, "Oh, I want to be the first person to let you know you're an auntie." I was like, "What?" Thank God I'd finished my food. I went running to hospital. Then I came in right when they were wheeling you out of labor ward. You looked tired. You looked like you had been in.
I had
I'm
not
like,
slept.
"You guys, can I buy a child in a supermarket? Because what is this?" And then I got to meet little E, and he was so adorable and so little. I'm like, "But how do I look after you? What do I do?" So we're all like figuring it out. Then would come at night, sit with you when you're breastfeeding, chase away mosquito. We're all just there staring.
Mommy, Palito. And daddy, you hear daddy also there in the corridor.
And then when you'd go to shower, I would literally sit and stare. Oh, but if you shower for 1 hour, I'm there for 1 hour staring at. So it was a first time experience, but it was good and it was exciting to learn and experience.
Yeah, for me, I just felt like I was a baby having a baby. I felt so unprepared. Yeah, but it was nice to be surrounded by love. And yeah, we didn't know what we're doing. You and I, like when mommy's, because my mom still works, so she would have to take leave to take care of me after I've given birth and then go back to work. So now when she resumed work, at that time, Palito was not working yet. So she would stay there with me. Clueless. She didn't know how to carry the baby, but she would try and carry the baby.
I did carry him until I think he was 6 months.
No.
I did. I don't even remember because I was like, this child could break.
You actually carried him even before he was 2 weeks. You carried him.
Congratulations, all done. Yeah. I did know that.
So I think you now know us a bit more. Probably even more than we thought.
I know, right?
Yeah. Let us know if you enjoyed this video. My sister can come back and she's a wealth of knowledge. You look at her here. But she's out.
But we know, like, I'm shaking and stretching before the video. Nervous. But
yeah. It's been nice having you on that channel.
Finally. I've been putting you on runs. When am I coming to a channel? When?
Yet she was nervous.
So it's nice to be hosted by you, to meet the Sunnies. I think I've met them at some of your events even.
Yeah.
But also to be in the couch. Thank you. This has been fun. Really
so much fun.
Memories. I don't even know why was I nervous. Like, it's my life, it's our lives, it's our story as me.
Thank you guys for watching, and remember, we are rooting for you. See you next week.
Bye.